Okay, I think I should be live. Let me just check on my laptop. Check I'm actually streaming on the right channel as well. That would be a good thing to check. Yeah, I think so. Oh yeah. It appears to be working. Oh, I already got a few things in chat. So, after nearly a year, welcome back. Yeah, I'm actually just going to have a look how long it's been. Because it has been a stupidly long time. Since my last proper video. The last test was September 13th, 2020. That's, that's well over a year ago. Well, a year and a month. Yeah, a year and a month and a bit. So yeah, it's been pretty much a year and a bit since anything on my channel. It's just been dead ever since. And Return of the King. Well, I wouldn't call it a return. I'm fixing the Vigilon. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to actually start doing videos again. And the most of the videos are gone just because basically, I'll tell you what I've been doing since I disappeared. So like September last year, I got an apprenticeship with a fire and security company doing like this sort of work. And basically I just didn't want them to find my videos, so I took them all down, and then it's just basically sat. But then this September I've started a new college course and gone down to part-time at the company because they basically never sorted out a course for my apprenticeship, so I had to sort it out for myself, which is a bit shit, but it is what it is. So I've been basically for the last year working full-time for most of it, working on gent stuff, Molly panels, advanced panels, Zyton, loads, as well as some intruder stuff like Galaxies, Texacom, what else? That's about it really. And then some CCTV, Vision Axis, Milestone, that sort of thing. So it's been quite cool, the work I've been doing. But now I'm down to part-time again, now that I'm at college. And yeah, that's about it really. So I'll show you what the state of the system is at the moment. So James and some other people should be joining us on Discord at some point when they actually eventually join the call. So I'll take you and show you the state of the system at the moment. So go through here. Here's the panel, obviously. So loop 1, which does the house, is off completely, I think. Yeah, loop stop to card 1. So loop 1's completely off. Hello? I just scared. You just scared the shit out of me.
What?
You just scared the shit out of me.
Why?
Because I was like in the utility showing the panel, and all of a sudden I just heard a voice from the other room. This is James. So, anyway, yeah. So the loop for the house.
Hang on, are you live?
Yes.
Oh.
I told you, duh.
Oh, sorry.
Anyway, yeah. So the loop for the house is just off. The loop for the garage is still on, so the garage should still work, but don't know. Not done any tests or anything. So yeah. Say hello, James.
Hello.
I don't know why James is here. It's just like, I don't know, background noise.
Disgusting.
I know, I'm going to leave it here actually. So the reason why it's off is because the loop's broken. Because this room, which used to be my office, is now just, well, it's my bedroom and my office now. And as you can see, there's no S-Squad on the ceiling. The repeater panel used to be there. That's gone. It's up there in my wardrobe. And obviously here there used to be an S3 up there and a call point there. And they're gone. So I can't remember how I left it in the loft, but I know there's bare wires. Bare wires, James. He's not listening. Yeah, so there's bare wires. So all I just need to do to get it back on is join them through and reallocate the loop. It's going to the loft. Sure it's we're just not going to look at this. This is all the CCTV and networking. We're just not going to look at that. That's not important, and it's really nice and neat, so it really doesn't matter. You can see that I have lots of effort to do this sort of shit. Not. So, I really can't remember what state stuff's in. Well, there's some cut FP. So that's what used to go down to that sounder in that cupboard and the call point and stuff. So that needs joining through. Some more here. I think though that's the mains for the repeater panel that used to go into this junction box. This is a junction box for the lighting circuit, and that used to be the power for the repeater panel. And then over there, well, somewhere over here, this is air conduct. There should be that detector that used to be in there. And then this loft is full of shite, which doesn't help. That's what used to go down to it, so yeah, there we go. So that needs joining through. And then over there used to be a junction box for that repeater panel as well. So that will need joining through as well, I think. So there's 3. Oh, also that, the interface for the ACO CO alarm, that's gone obviously, because that used to be in there. So the CO alarm's going to just be off for now. Well, I say for now, it's just going to stay off. I'm not going to fix it. Just getting stuff out of the way. So yeah, the CO alarm's just going to stay off for now. And so is the repeater panel, that's going to stay off. And I'm not going to bother putting a detector back in that room for now. So all I'm going to do is just join all these through where the FP's been cut, like there. And then we should just be able to get the system back on. So here's that junction box I was on about. So one cable, oh sorry, it's these two. Those 2 cables there used to go down to the repeater panel. So I'm pretty sure they will just go to nothing anymore. So what I'll do, I'll just open up that junction box and join these 3. So basically that comes from this detector over here, this one. Then it goes out on one of them to the repeater panel, back, and then it's just joined through to that one which goes to the landing. So all I need to do is open up the junction box and join them, and I'll just leave all them spare cables because they're not hurting anyone. And I could use proper through boxes and stuff to join these through, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do some Wagos because I'm lazy. I've become a cowboy. I mean, I was always a bit of a cowboy, but you know, now I'm more of a cowboy. So let's go and get the Wagos and screwdrivers and all that shit. Thank you. So actually, I'm just going to 4G. But anyway, let's go and get some stuff. So Wagos and that. That's James again. Wagos and that'll be in the garage, and screwdrivers and stuff's in my car, I think. What is up with this garage door? screwdrivers out the car. Because yeah, I drive now. That's something that's changed since last thing on this channel. So there he goes. He'll be in a sec. Yeah, so I can't remember what devices were in here last time in the garage, but we've got the Vig SMD, an S-Pod, I think that's just an OHS, no voice or anything, and then just a S4 4.0, which like I say is all still on and all should still work, but we'll see. Let's grab some logos. That should do. Yeah, that should be enough. Let's start. So. Now we should have everything we need to go and join them through. Hello. James, eyes muted. Oh. Actually, wait. We're calling a different group and get Knacker on. Cameron, that's quite ironic you saying hello ladies, you little virgin.
I am the Lord of Simps, King of Memes, bow down to the great Povili 2156 and many disciples. These include Claudia Brown, Helen Cutter, Connor Temple, Oliver Leake and James Lester. Now I want to make this clear to you. I am a virus that intercepts parties and cannot be removed, so trying to remove me will not work. Comply and do not mute me because I will find out where you live and take your bank details. This is an
That's James. So, let's join these two. I'll start with this one. Oh, suitcase is in the way, this loft. This loft is such a mess. As you can see, aircon and all that. Intruder wee woo. So, let me see if I can put my phone in a place where I'll actually be able to see. I don't know what you can see, but we'll go with it. So. Could do with them doing that P-clip. Yeah, like I say, these aren't going to be like proper joins, these are going to be bodged, but I don't care because I'll get the system back on. So I've sort of been like, I don't know, I wanted to get the system back on for ages, but I've just never been bothered, and I don't know, for some reason now I can be bothered, but not bothered to do it properly, not that bothered. It takes a lot for me to be bothered to like do a job properly nowadays, you know. Like I say, I've turned into a cowboy. It is what it is. I can't see any questions while my phone's like this, by the way. But, oh well. So, oops. Positives. Earth. And negatives. Now, because there's so many joins here, what you'd do if you weren't a cowboy, I suppose, is probably rewire these. Like, obviously this leg only goes to that detector over there, and then up to that one up there. So you'd probably just put a new length of cable in for that to like keep the number of joins down. But we don't care. So that's one of three. Let's go do the other two. And then it might be quite a boring stream in the end, because after joining these through, it might just turn back on and work. But that's what I'm hoping, at least. But we'll see. Orientation is locked. Why is it locked? Stupid YouTube app. I just want my phone to sit there. Just stay there. It's not going to stay there, is it? Nope. I'm going to do another system test at some point. Yeah, I suppose. What do you mean by that? Do you mean like a proper cinematic system test? Or just one of my half-assed ones? Because a half-assed one I'm going to do now. Because once I've got the system back on, I'll do a quick test. But a cinematic one. I'm not sure, to be honest, because, well, I don't really do much with my camera anymore, so I've probably forgotten how to do cinematics. Also, everyone says I sound depressed. Do I sound depressed? Oh, someone else has joined the call downstairs. Can't hear who it is though. But yeah, so working, made lots of money, and then had a car crash, and then had to spend all my money on fixing the car. So all my money has gone on my car, a new laptop, and a girlfriend, but to be fair, not much money's gone on her, she's quite cheap. So there we go, that's one of the other ones done. Now let's do this one, which is going to be a bit of a pain, because this aircon duct is set on top of it. Oh, I can get to it enough. So I'm not sure. I think this is just as it was. So it'll still be joined through to them cables going down to the repeater, which are just cut. So. Oh, it's such a pain. Which one is it? It's the return duct. In the ass. Yeah, it's just how it was. So let me get a terminal driver. If I can source one. Where's it gone? There it is. This terminal driver's bent, but so's James, and I'm still friends with him, so, you know. Yeah, so I'm going to take these terminal blocks out and replace them with Wagos. So, that's one gone. Do you have a favourite device on your system? I don't know. I'm not really that sad anymore to have favourite devices. The Vic SND is probably pretty cool in it, I suppose, but I don't know, other than that, like I say, I'm not really that sad anymore. The S-Quads are pretty cool with all the voice and that, I suppose. But anyway, so that one wants to be joined to that one. So positives. Negatives. Yeah, I saw the way it goes up. Flames, smoke. Just basic, but they work. This loft. I remember why I don't do anything in here anymore. It's such a pain to get anywhere. I just need to do the earths and we'll be golden. So. Oh my god, these terminals are a pain in the ass. I'm gonna fall through the ceiling live on stream. At least that would make it interesting, I suppose. This is basically just a podcast at this point, because I can't hold my phone and do this at the same time. So, sorry about that, but I do not have 3 hands. So, that earth and that earth. I'm not bothered about the earth box, because there we go. So, junction box, all lovely and neat, as you can see. Started that should be us good to go. Why did I want to do this as a full-time job? Oops, I dropped my phone. I need more questions. I'm getting bored. Give us some more questions. 10 people watching. Must have some questions about the system or, I don't know, intruder alarm, anything. Okay. Those other 2 screws aren't getting put back in. So that's done really. Should just be able to go downstairs and allocate the loop now. And it should all, well, apart from the stuff I've taken off, it should all be there and work. So, not sure how many devices that'll be. I think there was 20 odd on it before, like 23, something like that, on loop 1. So, I don't know, we'll see. But it'll be something like, well, there's 4 devices that have come out. Sounder, call point detector, repeater. Yeah, 4. So there'll be 4 devices missing, and we'll get a because loop failed and all that. So let's go and deal with that now. See who else has joined the call. Let's unmute James. Oh, James left. Shame. Let's ring him again. I'm that confident in what we've done, I'm going to shut the lock hatch. going to turn out to be a mistake, I know. Hello? James? James? Can't hear you. Oh. I think I've left my cutters in the loft. So I'll just let it allocate and see what it finds. It should find, like I say, all the devices, and it should be a complete loop, hopefully. I think the loop cables are still in. Oh, there they are. There we go. See it counted up. You can hear it clicking throughout the house. And there you go, see it's jumping about. So it's got 12. So I don't know if that's too little or just enough or whatever, but we'll see in a minute. So let's wait for it to start the loop. Can't be bothered to get my solo out, so we won't test any of the S quads, but we'll test all the sounders and check the like cause and effect, and all that still works. There you go. So a different map on loop 1 at device 11. So what it expects to see after 11 is 12. What it actually sees is 17. So that's just because devices have been removed. And we've got a fault, which will be a recover failed. Yeah, backup required at card 1, recover failed at card 1. So what we'll do is we'll check that we've got the right number of devices and we're not missing any. And then so long as we've got the right number, we can back it up, and then those devices will be gone for good. So what I'll do is I'll disable the garage sounders so we're not annoying the neighbours. So shift U4. Oh, hello, James. 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 Deaf. But anyway, for the first time in ages, probably since like April. Yes, I have unmuted you. I think. I just heard you, so yeah, you're unmuted. But anyway, that's for the first time in like six months, 8 months, something like that. Alexa, how many months since April?
April 1st, 2022 is in 5 months and 1 week.
That's not what I asked, is it? Alexa, how many months since April 2021?
April 1st was 6 months and 2 weeks ago.
6 months. Let's see if it blows up. How loud that is, Jesus Christ. Should still do voice. Yep. There's nothing in there anymore. But S3 in here. S quad in here. Right. S quad in here. Yep. S quad in here. Yep. And like I say, there's nothing in here, but I think it still should be loud enough. Don't know, but I don't care. I mean, there's stuff in the loft, but we'll just trust that that's going off. So now, yes, it's not actually very loud in my room, because obviously there's no sounder in there, no S-Quad in there anymore. So with the door shut, it's not actually very loud in there, but I'm not that bothered. The S-Quad will go back in there eventually at some point, because you probably saw I've not even put the downlights in there yet. So when I put the downlights in there, I will put the S-Quad back in there, but for now it's not in there. But now if I re-enable the house sounders, but disable the garage sounders and test this call point, the garage sounders should be doing signal 1 because of the cause and effect. So if the house triggers, something in the house triggers, the house will do signal 2, the garage will do signal 1. If something in the garage triggers, the garage will do signal 2, the house will do signal 1. So it like evacuates the building where the fire is, but then leaves the other one just doing signal 1. So we'll see if the garage does signal 1. Obviously the house sounds aren't going off because they're disabled, but yeah, I can hear they are. And this VAD on the outside of the garage is linked through. It went faulty, so that won't flash. It's just linked through in the base, but you can hear them doing signal 1. And you can see the S-Quad flashing. So that's good. That's all working as it should. So now, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll re-enable house sounders, but I'll disable this S3 and this S-Quad so that we can go in the garage, test the call point in the garage, and make sure that it works the other way around. So the house should do signal 1, but I'm just disabling these two so that I don't annoy the neighbours because the back door's right there. So let's re-enable house sounders, and then we'll disable these two. So disable sounder, what's that, 2 and 3. Sound of 2, oops, 2 to 3, loop 1. So that should be everything but these. Yeah, it's just not as loud. Yeah, then I'll go to the garage. Oops, test the call point now. No rubber dub in the hot tub. So, I'll test this call point. Obviously, like I said, it should do signal 2 in here from the Vig S&D on that S-Quad. And there's also one in the loft here, but you won't hear that there. And then it should do signal 1 in the house. So I'll set this off. Now I can already hear the house doing signal 1. And it'll also do a different voice message as well. There you go, call point in the garage, zone 4. I don't know what the zones were, I can't remember, but sounds about right. I think zone 1 was the downstairs of the house, zone 2 was upstairs of the house, zone 3 was loft of the house, zone 4 was the garage, got ground floor, and zone 5 is the loft of the garage, I think. So yeah, that's working. Obviously, when it does signal 1 in the house, the reason why you can still hear, when it does voice, you can still hear a sounder doing the tone. That's because the S3 in that bathroom upstairs isn't a voice one. So while the others stop to do voice, that one just carries on doing normal tone. No, I'm not a security CCTV vlogger Leeds. He's a different person. But yeah, so I'll just because it's been ages since I've heard it. We'll do signal 3 and see how that sounds with the voice and all that. Forgotten how loud it is.
This is an emergency. Please leave the building by the nearest available exit.
Trying to get both in one. There we go.
This is an emergency. Please leave the building by the nearest available exit.
There you go. So that's that. Who's that? Hello, James. Can you hear me? Your mic's gone really broken.
Yas Queen Skinny Legend for Such Bits to House Down, Slay Queen Hunting Mama Anna Oop, Daddy Work, Charlie XCX, Snatch My Wig.
Okay. Moving on. Let's re-enable that sounder. And then we'll unprotect the NBM. And then back up card 1. And then we'll just have to wait for that to back up. Thank you, James. James, have a look in chat. ZB's trying to chat shit and it redacted one of his comments. ZB, your sister's still fit, by the way. Why are you talking in chat, James, when I can hear you? That wasn't called for, I'm sorry. Is this falling off the wall? Oh, it's just, I don't know, a bit wobbly, maybe? I don't know. Oops, that was a bit violent. I apologise, ZB. There we go. There you go, panel healthy. No faults or anything working.
Eaton Family Home.
Eaton Family Home. It's got a printer as well now, but I've not got any paper for it. See, printer. Cool, innit? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't know what more I can do. Like I say, the CO alarm won't do anything with the fire alarm. Yeah. The IO unit for it's in the garage in a basket, so I doubt that's going to do much. Yeah. Can lock the panel for the first time in ages. Let me get the key. Ow, you fucking dog bolt. James, why are you still talking in chat? I can literally hear you. You are stupid. Yeah, anyway, so I don't know what more I can do really. It's fixed. Apart from I need to go get my cutters back out of the loft, but I'll do that another time because I can't be bothered now. This is how lazy I've got. I'll probably stick around for 5 minutes or something to see if anyone has got any more questions. But then if not, back to what I do with my spare time. Non-stop wanking. There's 2 Jameses watching the stream. Yeah, and one of them's stupid. I'm on about this one, not you, don't worry. I'm not back. I'm not going to do any more videos after this. This is it. The system's just going to sit for months now and just not be touched again. It's like James, really. It's just going to sit there, not being touched in any way. So, that's, I don't know. I can't be bothered doing system tests. It's boring, innit? I might, like, put some of the videos back on, but only if I can be bothered. And to be fair, I might do. We'll see.
Floor 5. Doors opening.
Shut up, James. Silence. Silence yourself. So yeah, the system's been broken for 6 months, and all it needed to fix it was 40 minutes. There you go. 40 minutes and no help from James. Say something, James. Why have you gone mute? A Gent 3400 detector is one of the really old ones. Like these ones that I've got here, obviously are S quads. Then before them it was 34,000. Then before them it was 32,000. And then even before them, that's when the 3400 stuff was. So really old, like 25, 30 years old, I think. Off the top of my head. But yeah, to be fair, I could connect the comm tool to the panel and sort out the addresses and check all the text and zones, but nah. Gent Vigilon or Hachiki. Depends what for, to be fair. If you've got like loads of really advanced cause and effect and stuff, then a Vigilon. But if it's just a really basic system, then Hachiki with an advanced panel, or even Hachiki with a Synchro AS, is pretty good. For like basic little systems. But yeah. Yeah, Apollo's good, just Apollo's really basic and really slow. So I probably wouldn't. I'd fit Hachiki over Apollo. And then the Protec 6500 panels are pretty good, but the devices are shit. Like the Protec devices are shit, but the panels, the touchscreen panels, are actually really good. Got one in my garage, sat on a shelf somewhere, and they're actually really good. Just a shame the devices are shit. And yeah. Why are you still silent, James? Say something. You got stage fright. I think James has got stage fright. Aw. Poor guy. This is a really boring stream. You should say something, James, to make it less boring. Can't do it with an audience. You managed to do it fine with just me and you in February. He's on the toilet. Oh. Kind of like Protec, nice and reliable, but too expensive. What? Gent? You're saying Gent's nice and reliable, but too expensive? Because yeah, it is, to be fair. It's really, well, Gent's not reliable like when you're working on it. Like when you're working on the panels, they can be really ropey. And just like dodgy and fall over really easily. Not physically fall over, but like cock up and get corrupt programs and stuff. But once they're set up and commissioned properly, then you can just leave them and they sit there working. Really reliable. But yeah, they are really expensive, Gent stuff. But yeah, Protec's really expensive as well. Yeah, the Protec panels are alright, the new ones, but the devices are just a bit cheaper, in my opinion. we ripped out a massive Protec system at work and put Gent in. But yeah, the S-Quads are very pricey. They're like, I think they're 130 quid for one of the ones that I've got in like the bedrooms. The S4 711 SPST, whatever the fuck it is. The ones with the voice sounder and the strobe. The new ones with the VADs would be S4 711 VVAD HPR or HPW, depending on if it's a white or red VAD. But yeah, they are really expensive. The panels are stupid as well. For a brand new 6-loop, just for a brand new 4-loop Vigilon without any loop cards, it's like $2,500. So, yeah, they are very pricey. And I don't know, probably are worth it. But pain in the arse to work on. Well, once you know what you're doing with them, you can work on them just fine. And they're quite not easy to work on, but once you know your way around, you can do lots on them, but they're still a pain to work on. Like, they still take about 15 minutes to do an upload or a download. On a massive system, it can take like up to half an hour to do an upload or a download to a panel from the software. And just other stupid stuff like that. Like, the software is really old and laid out badly, crashes all the time, stuff like that. Yeah, Genta are a bit of a pain, which is why I said for like simple systems, Advanced and Apollo or Hachiki is probably better, but I'd do Advanced and Hachiki because, you know, Apollo's just a bit shit, and those sounder bases, oh my god, mounting them sounder bases, ugh. The Apollo sounder bases are terrible. Gent Nanos, I've never worked on one. I've done like fault finding on one once, but not like properly worked on one, so I can't really say. We don't do many like small sites. We mainly do bigger sites, so like I say, never worked on a Gent Nano. From what I've heard about them, they're pretty crap. Oh, the C-Tech sounder bases are better to mount. Better, but still not great. Hachiki's still better, where you just mount the one base, and then you can mount either a head on that, or a sounder base and a head on it, or whatever you want. Rather than like, so with the C-Tech bases, you'd have to have the fast fix box in the ceiling. You'd have to mount the mounting base on that for the C-Tech sound base. Then you screw the sound base to that. Then you screw an Apollo base to the sound base. Then you can put the head on. So, to be fair, the C-Tech sound bases are a bit of a pain to fit. I've actually seen some of the C-Tech sound bases out on a site. It was an estate agent's. Quite a new install with an XFP, sorry. And they'd installed it with all like galv conduit and stuff. And it was a pretty nice install. And yeah, they'd used C-Tech sounder bases. I can't remember if they were voice. No, I don't think they were. Just like the normal C-Tech sounder VAD bases. Don't know why they used them over the Apollo ones, but the Vigilon tests are unlisted because I don't want people finding them because they're shit. Well, I don't know. I just don't want people finding them. Simple as that. No, I think the C-Tech sounder bases are actually more expensive than the Apollo ones, to be honest. But they are like the VAD bases. The C-Tech VAD bases are much better than the Apollo VAD bases. Yeah, I've got some C-Tech bases. I've got a sounder VAD one. I've got a conventional sounder VAD. A conventional sounder only. Conventional voice sounder base, conventional voice sounder VAD base, an Apollo voice sounder base, and an Apollo voice sounder, like a wall sounder. But the Apollo voice wall sounder, Cole had, and he's like wrecked it because he's a retard. He like the little LED on it. He tried to prise it out with a screwdriver because, you know, that's logical. And all that. So yeah, it's not in great condition anymore, but it still works, to be fair. But yeah, that's the moral of the story. Don't lend stuff to Cole, or lend money to him for that matter, because you will not be getting that back. But anyway, I'll not say any more about Cole. I don't want the police at my house again for something that, you know, doesn't need the police. I sound so salty, but I really do not care about him.
Alex, stop.
I know, I'm going to get the police at my house again.
You've got to be careful with what you're saying. You're going to get locked up. Get your phone nicked. Oh, God.
I'm going to have the police at my house for harassment because I said that I don't like him on a YouTube live. Or something along those lines. James, why have you muted yourself again? God's sake.
Because knowing my luck, my parents are going to storm in and start screaming some shit down the microphone because they think it's only you, and then I've got 9-10 people watching the live stream.
Oh no, 9-10 people, Jesus. Oh,
I know.
Never.
It'd be mortifying.
Absolutely soul destroying and reputation smashing. But anyway, I'm going to end the stream because it's boring. So, goodbye. For another 6 months. Mwah.